What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the B-SRTN podcast.
Hey, I'm Brandon.
I am taking Nick, and we're Ricky-less.
Ricky-less. Where is she?
I was kind of excited that I was able to put a picture of you up in our last podcast episode. I mean, we're gonna have to put Ricky in between us at this point. We're gonna have to post a picture and pop up a picture of Ricky right here.
Do you have any good pictures of her?
I think she sent me a few, which was cool because I think I was going to do a collage of things at one point. And other way, Brandon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna put a picture here.
You guys see that?
Something like that. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I guess just the two of us, huh?
I mean, it's just gonna have to be, I think, because she's not here. So.
All right. Well, we'll have as much fun as we can.
That we will. So we're gonna do what we normally do. We're gonna roll through some fun, and soccer's kind of a big thing in our family right now. So we're just gonna roll with that.
I love it.
So cool. Well, let's do this. Let's pop in some silly. We're gonna throw a little silly down here, and we're gonna see what happens. Thanks, Brendan.
You're welcome.
More editing. It's just more editing.
You do sound effects too? You doing like any sound effects or anything?
What? Nope. No sound effects.
There's a soundboard on here. Have you ever tried it out?
No. I don't know if anybody heard that.
I just pressed an air horn button, so. Bwah, 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 bwah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. But did you just mouth it?
Yes.
You didn't make the sound.
No.
Okay, well, we'll see how that works. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm sitting here looking, and my mouth isn't matching what I'm seeing. Your mouth isn't matching what I'm seeing. There's some stuff happening. It's just a weird thing right now. It's okay.
It's an episode. It means it's an episode for all those people who just listen. For all those people out there that just listen to the podcast and don't watch it, it's still a win.
100% it's a win.
That's right.
So sorry, I was distracted. I think we're good now. I put my hand up, my hand goes up. So cool. I scratch my nose. I scratch my nose. So we'll see what happens here. This could either be really good for our viewers or really good for our audio listeners.
There you go.
So all right, let's do this.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're just an audio listener to the podcast. I see those hands. See all those hands?
That's a bunch of hands.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Just listen to it in the car.
Lots of hands. All right, we're going to do this again. You ready? On the count of three, Brandon, we're going to pop up silly. We're going to go to the middle of the screen, which means you have to point towards your door. You ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, silly. You didn't point.
Yeah, I did.
Well, it's going to be somewhere in this vicinity. I don't know. So, all right, I got 2 would you rathers. Here we go. All soccer related. Again, we're soccering it up today. I was going to wear my Top Bin 90 hat, but Brandon wore his podcast hat, so I was like, all right, I'll change.
And I'm drinking water from my new Charlotte FC souvenir cup.
I mean, I have...
For the Carolinas, for the crown. There you go.
All right, silly. Would you rather? Would you rather be a keeper and have to take 3 shots from Messi? Or would you rather have 3 chances to score against Kalina?
Oh, I'd rather have 3 chances to score on Kalina, for sure. I don't think I would score, but it'd be fun to try.
All right, which one do you think you could do?
I don't really have a lot of experience as a keeper, so I'm gonna say my chances of scoring on Kalina are higher than stopping a goal from Messi.
I
Because you
think
know
I'm
he
going
ain't
the same.
missing.
No, heck no, he ain't missing. He's not like some of these players that shoot at 35 feet above the top bar every time. So,
Yep.
but no, I think I'm in the same boat. Like I'm not a keeper. Like that's not. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm a big dude. I could be. But I'm not very agile, as we found out on Tuesday. You were, you were the recipient of that.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I'm going. I think I'm going 3 against Kalina. I think I could maybe get 1. Maybe.
Hmm. There you go.
All right. Second, would you rather? Would you rather go to a Charlotte FC game and be in the front row? Doesn't matter where in the stadium, you get front row wherever you're at. Or would you rather be in the nosebleeds at the World Cup that's coming this year?
Woo! Oh man. I think that's a tough one because they'd both be great, but the World Cup only comes around and one time. So I think I'm gonna go nosebleeds for the World Cup.
Shay and I sat last weekend at the Charlotte FC game at her parents' PSLs, and they're 5 rows off. They're pretty good seats.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, 5 more rows down, how much of a difference? But you get a chance to go to the World Cup, like that's a big deal. Like you pay the premium to go sit there, whether it's bottom bowl or top bowl, wherever. That's a big deal, man. That's soccer at a level unmatched.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think I have to go to the World Cup. I don't. Yeah, it's pretty special. We have to figure that one out, Brandon.
I know we need to get over there. So you thinking about going?
So I think there's like multiple places they're coming. I think Atlanta's the closest to us, and then I think the next closest is maybe DC. I
They're
think.
they're they're doing something at the bank. Katie signed up to be a volunteer for it. It has to go to some kind of like tryouts to be a volunteer at the World Cup. So I don't remember the dates or anything like that, or like what games there are, but yeah, they're doing something in Charlotte.
Let's see what these host cities say. See if I can
So,
find this really quick.
and
Uh,
that's this summer, right? 2025.
so I'm looking at it here. It's showing the Western region is Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles. The Central region is Guadalajara, Mexico City, Monterey, Houston, Dallas, Kansas City.
Okay.
And then it says the Western or Eastern group is Atlanta, Miami, Toronto, Boston, Philly, New York, New Jersey.
Hmm.
But there's another match. There is some stuff coming to Charlotte, but I don't think it's the World Cup.
Hmm.
I'll have to figure
Okay.
out what that is. But I know they have some big teams coming at some point.
Somebody leave a comment. Let us know what the truth is.
Hey, you mentioning the truth is a perfect segue
Uh
into real and true.
oh. Boom.
All right. Let's do a little I don't know. I don't know where this one's going to go. This one's going to be very interesting. I am kind of excited to talk about this one. I was hoping it was all three of us when we talked about it, but Ricky had to pull out kind of last minute today. So I'm going to go with it. We're gonna talk about this. I'm going to say 2 words, and then Brandon, I just want you to give me your thoughts and kind of roll with this.
Okay.
Participation trophies. And I'm going to leave it right there. Talk about participation trophies.
Participation trophies. I mean, it's good to have a keepsake to remember all your hard work, right? Remember that year I played that sport? I just don't know if it needs to be a trophy. Like trophies
even
are
like
for winners.
even like the medallions that they get, the little necklace.
Yeah.
The pin. Like what are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's if you're gonna play sports, I mean, it's kind of centered on winning and losing. I mean, there's a lot of character building and a lot of positive, like personal ways to grow as a person and as a team player and all those kinds of things that comes out of it. But I mean, professional sports is about winning. And so, yeah, I think wins need to be highlighted, and if you don't win, you don't win.
All right, so I'm following. So let me ask a follow-up question to that. At what age do you stop worrying about teaching fundamentals and teamwork and all that, and you start focusing on wins and losses?
I don't know. That's a good question. What's funny is so you and I first met our kids playing soccer at the YMCA, right?
Yep.
And at a fundamental level, the Y doesn't keep score, right?
Correct.
Let's don't keep score. There's no tournament at the end of the season, that kind of thing. But what's really funny is even though that's happening, all of the parents on the sideline are keeping score. I mean, I know I am.
The
I don't think
players,
anybody's not remembering how many goals were scored.
I mean, the players are keeping score. They're on the sideline. They're in the game like, oh, we're up 1-0,
Yeah.
or nobody's scored. Like our case Saturday. Like I think it's in their minds no matter what. So at what point do and I'm not speaking specific to any one organization, but like when should kids start taking sports from I love Anna. I heard her. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
She
Background.
she made me lose my concentration. When should kids and their coaches and their organizations start looking at, hey, they have to have competition to be able to grow, to learn how to lose, to learn how to win. What age do you think that is? Like, give me some there.
So there's probably no like right or wrong, but kind of my like off the cuff, I would say definitely by high school, for sure. I know like I started playing soccer in middle school, and it was the first time I'd ever played, and so I was like learning the sport. I mean, obviously there was wins and losses, more losses than wins. But that didn't deter me from like I didn't walk away thinking, man, I'm a loser. I didn't get a trophy. I really loved the sport and I wanted to get better. And yeah, high school was pretty competitive, playing in local tournaments and things. And so yeah, that's kind of my take on it.
I think we have pretty similar views. Like, is it good to leave a season, whether it's rec, middle school, something with something showing, hey, I played it at this level, or I played this sport. Am I against it? No. I mean, Katie and I and Jill and I over the years when I coached, we've always kind of given away, some kind of, we make up like best defender, best, whatever, or most valuable. Like we always kind of figure out these golden gloves, golden boot. Like we always try and do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that should be done. I don't know that we should be rewarding, because a participation trophy, a participation emblem, medallion, whatever you call it. I just have a hard time wanting to reward just showing up, because if you take that mentality and you put it into kids going to school, they can't just show up and get good grades and show up and graduate. You can't just show up in high school or middle school and be expected to play or even make a team. You can't just expect to be, to go to college and be given a degree. If we went to our jobs and we just sat there because we were there and we were just, oh, I'm here, we wouldn't have jobs very long. And I think it's just a mentality, like, are we teaching kids to be not lazy or not to work for it, but what are we truly teaching by saying, hey, you just showed up, you only made 2 practices, but you came to all the games? Like, what are we rewarding there? What are we telling these kids?
Yeah, so like
Again,
raising the question, like, what like greater truths about life are we embodying in this and teaching? Yeah.
because and this is a whole nother topic, but we don't raise kids, we're raising adults, right? I mean, we're teaching our children how to grow up and be an adult, not how to be a kid. Like, they're going to be kids naturally. That's just what people do. That's what kids do. I'm teaching my child, and you're teaching your kids how to become adults, how to be adults, how to learn life, how to handle life. And if we don't do that from a young age, and we're not letting them keep score, and we're not letting them learn how to lose and do that graciously, I think we're setting up, and I think that's maybe why our generations are kind of like less and less responsibility and less respect. And I think that's why we're seeing this drastic shift in our culture, because we're telling them, oh, you just show up and you'll get something for it. Well, where else do you go where you just show up and you get something?
Right.
So,
Yeah, maybe one day a year at Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A Day. I don't even know if they do that anymore. You get a free sandwich.
I mean, maybe.
You shut up. But yeah, I mean, I like your comparison to work. Like, you can't just show up to your workplace but not do anything.
100%.
Or even move up, like get a raise, make more money, get more responsibility. Like, that's only going to come from hard work and results and
I mean,
wins
we're on
along
the
the way.
we're on the topic of soccer, right? This is a soccer episode. How did we have 2 guys, Patrick Ajiman and Tim Ream, make the USA men's national team? Is it because they showed up and got a participation trophy? No. It's because they were the best at their positions. They worked the hardest. They didn't just show up and expect it to be given. They busted their rear ends for it.
Right.
That's what we should be teaching our kids. That's what we should be teaching these young children, is that, hey, losing sucks. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose in my personal life, at work, spiritually. I don't like to lose in any facet. And
Yeah.
it's good, but it's good to lose. I think, and people could debate this, and that's fine. You don't learn from winning. You learn from losing. You don't learn from being the best team and beating up every other. The team that goes like the Patriots team that won every game or went 16-0. Did they learn some? Sure. Sure. But it's the Detroit Lions when they were really bad, winning 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 games a year, that learned the most. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you learn from losing, you don't learn from winning.
Yeah. I like your example about what you guys have done with like our kids soccer team. So rather than just giving them all blanket like a participation trophy, you give them like a certificate that's like unique to them. Like what's something that they brought to the team that was a
Correct.
win that you can highlight. And I can't help but think that like, so you mentioned Tim Ream, right? Defender for Charlotte FC, made it to the U.S. national team. He's getting called up for that. At some point along the way, some coach or somebody probably said, "Hey Tim, I see in you a defensive mentality. Like you were our best defender this year. I think you should really focus on that." And like how much better is that than just hey man, thanks for being here, thanks for participating.
100%.
And so it was more like it's more specific for each kid, and you know, this is a really funny story. But so when I was in middle school and high school, I ran track. I just loved to run, and I ran 400, 800, and then both of those relays with the baton and everything, right?
Okay.
And I thought I was pretty good. Like when I was in middle school, I set my school's school record for the 400. Like I broke the school record.
Dang.
I mean, eighth grade, I ran it in 55 seconds. And then so went to high school, kind of kept running, doing my thing, and later on, fast forward like many years, Katie and I, this is before kids, we were at Pizza Hut in Gastonia, just sitting there eating one day, and I saw my old track coach. And I was like, "Hey man," so we walked over there, introduced Katie to him, and he was like, "Man, let me tell you about Brandon." And I thought that he was about to tell Katie like all these great things about how fast a runner I was and how great I was on the team. He said, "I just want you to know this. Something you need to know about Brandon. He was the," and he like stumbled over his words. He was like, he was the best, the most uh the most well-mannered man on the team. It was almost his way of saying years later, like, yeah, he wasn't as good as he thought he was. He was just really kind.
He wasn't the most humble of people, but everybody liked him.
Yeah, and he was a great coach, and I was just, it's just funny.
That is hilarious. Well, he's the best. Good guy, that Brandon. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, let's get off this real and true because we could take this a lot further, but we're not. We're gonna put a pause, and we're just gonna go a little nerdy. I'm on this trivia quiz thing, kind of ramble, and you know what? You get your first taste of it, and it's all soccer related.
Okay.
And if you've watched the other 2 episodes, which I know you have, I'm not gonna take it easy.
Yeah, those Star Wars questions a few episodes ago, those were intense.
Like camping?
But
all right, here we go. Nerdy. Here we go. I don't know. We're not gonna get all that going, but yeah, let's do some soccer trivia. Right, I got to the end of this and was like, I should have done more MLS stuff, but Brandon's Mr. Soccer. He's got these.
Oh, you might be changing your tune real quick. We'll see.
All right, here we go. I got 10 of them for you. 10. Number 1. What team won the first ever? If I could speak, Brandon. All right, we're going to redo that. What team won the first ever FIFA World Cup?
The first ever FIFA World Cup.
First ever FIFA.
I'm gonna go with my gut. Brazil.
That's a no.
Oh, okay. Option 2's got to be France.
No.
Oh, option 3's got to be Germany.
Nope. The answer is Uruguay.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
Wow.
Uruguay won the first ever.
In case there are any South Americans listening to this podcast, it's pronounced Uruguay.
Uruguay. Whatever. I went to North Carolina public school. What did you expect? All right. Well, number 2. Let's see if you can pick this one up. Who is known as the king of football?
I mean, most people would probably say Pele.
Pele.
Woo!
That's a good one. I'm glad you got that one.
Yeah, they made a documentary about him. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I have to watch that one.
I forget what it was
Katie
called.
was telling us about some other one on Apple that I have to watch. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, number 3. What team is known as the Red Devils?
Is this MLS or
No.
like World
Premier.
Premier League. Red Devils. I'm not as well versed in Premier League. Probably Chelsea.
Nope. Manchester United.
Man U.
Man U. Man City. All right. Number 4. Which country has won the most World Cups?
Brazil.
Brazil is correct. That was an easy one.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this guy's name at all. I can get the first name. Second name, his last name, I'm not catching this one. But who holds the record for the most goals in a single Premier League season?
A single Premier League season. Is it a current player?
No idea.
Oh. I mean, my gut says probably Mbappe. Because he's like a
Nope.
huge goal scorer right now, but
No, not him. His initials are MS.
MS. I got nothing. I don't know.
Muhammad Salah.
Salah. Okay. Nope. I don't know.
S-A-L-A-H. Salah. I don't know.
Sorry, I let you down.
I can put no on that one. All right, you're going to get this one. Number 6. What is the max number of substitutions allowed in a standard FIFA match?
Max number of substitutions. Ooh, I know there's 3 substitution windows, right? But I don't know how many total substitutions that means. We're going to go with 7.
The answer's 3.
Oh,
And 5 in some special cases.
really? And it's total subs, not substitution windows.
Max number of subs allowed.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
The other 8 guys just got to run the whole race.
Yep. So I don't have that second part of this answer, but I have the guy's name. So I don't know this guy. You might know him. Who scored the fastest goal in World Cup history?
Ronaldo.
Hakan Şükür.
Hakan. Ooh, what a cool name. I'm gonna change
H-A-K.
my name to Hakan.
Hakan that Lugi. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
His last name is Loogie. Hakan a Loogie. Hey,
So
Hakan. Sorry.
that's Ahmed. That's Ahmed. So his name is spelled Hakan. Last name Sukur, and he's from Turkey.
Hakan Şükür.
Hakan Şükür. All right,
Wow.
that was a no. Let's go.
But you don't know how fast the goal was?
Nope, it didn't have it on there.
It was probably like a pass the ball back, and the very next touch just cleared it right over everybody's heads, right into the net.
Probably. All right, let's go. Number 8. What
That's what I would do.
What team won the first ever Premier League title?
AFC Richmond. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, I guess Chelsea for the other ones. We're going to say that.
I messed with you here. Manchester United again.
Oh, bummer.
Number 9. Which team won the inaugural MLS Cup in 1996?
LA Galaxy.
DC United.
Oh, man.
I think you'll get
that.
this one. I think you're going to get this one. And I'm really hoping you are, because I wouldn't have known it, but you should.
Uh-oh. Should's a big word.
What is the name? And this is for all the marbles. You get this one right, we'll just count your score as 100. What is the name of the award given to the MLS MVP?
Oh gosh. It's something more creative than the MVP award. It's like a golden soccer ball trophy, right? Something like that.
No idea. Brandon, you have to remember, I'm new to the soccer thing. I'm learning it. I'm trying to figure it out.
MVP. I don't know, man. I guess I'm not getting all the marbles.
It is known as the Landon Donovan MVP Award.
Landon Donovan? Who's that?
I even know who that is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who is it?
He was a big star up in the U.S.
Really?
You would know Landon Donovan if you saw him.
You friends with Hakan?
Probably.
No, I don't think I know that name. Unfortunately, I didn't keep up with. I didn't really get into MLS until. Okay, yeah. He played on the U.S. men's team.
Correct.
Yeah.
He does broadcasting now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So he did all the broadcasting for the Olympics. For the Summer Olympics, he was on the broadcast for that.
Wow. Well, sorry, man, I let you down by not getting a lot of those right.
Well, more trivia for you next time until you start acing some of these.
Man.
It happens. I'm going to let y'all give me some trivia at some point. Some point, y'all going to pop out. Y'all can do baseball trivia. You can do Marvel Cinematic Universe trivia. I can probably rock all that.
We'll pick some obscure subject that we think you know nothing about.
Quantum physics.
Surprise us all. Gardening. I don't know.
No, well, we're going. I about messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've lost. If somebody threw it away, we're gonna have a problem.
What?
I about had to hold up my Ricky sign, but I think it's gone. So,
Oh.
oh well. Oh well. Well, look, that's it. Another episode in the books, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like us,
Or listening.
great. Keep watching or listening, because y'all are probably gonna listen to this one. If you like us, keep listening. Keep letting us, listening. Keep watching. Tell your friends, whoever you think might like it. Look, guys, we're having fun with it. We're figuring this thing out a little bit, trying to figure out. We're gonna start at some point in the near future. We're gonna dive in and kind of get a little more detailed and have a little bit more of a direction that we're going. But like always, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. Be certain in who you are. Be certain in what you do. And we're certain we're going to laugh and be fun and do our thing. So, see you guys.